We're heading into the facility. I don't see my vehicle here. There it is down there backed in. So, here we are. How you doing, Herb?
Fine, Mark, how about you?
And this is Herb. We're going to ask him if he wants to make a comment on this, how this whole... You want to make a comment on how your warranty works? How the nationwide warranties work?
No, thanks.
You have no comment?
No.
Okay, all right. So there you go. There's what they have to say. Let's go out from here. You want to join my live stream? My video it'll be live Sunday night to all my subscribers. Herb, if you want to join, I'll be looking for you. So here's the facility. I'm gonna get a shot. Here's the facility that I'm having the problem with. I'm gonna explain how their warranty systems work. So we'll go from there. Okay, so here's where it all started. We're going to make sure we get all this lined out real good. I want everybody to know how the big store, corporate brand, nationwide transmission warranties work. So I'm gonna break this all down for you. I'm gonna give you my whole experience with this shop here. I'm gonna tell you what to watch out for. I'm only gonna give you the facts, none of my opinions. I have a lot of opinions. I'm only going to give you the facts. I'm going to break down the numbers and show you the pictures, all the figures, the time frames, phone conversations, and we'll put all the facts out there so that you know when you go get a transmission what the actual warranty is. Started here at this transmission shop, and I went all the way up to the corporate level with them. May 31st is when it all started. I dropped my vehicle off here, May 31st, and we are July 8th, July 7th, July 8th. Now at the time of this recording, they're telling me now it's going to at least be until the 24th before they even send the transmission out. It's because they're mad at me. So I'm going to continue on with the facts here. I just want you to have all the information of how a transmission shop works before you end up losing a lot of money like I did. Okay, vehicles actually dropped off earlier in May. They were supposed to call me back. Now you'll see later in the video, it show my phone logs. I have received no calls from them. Now, to be honest, I got a call from Herb, but I think it's his personal cell, and I don't want to put that on there, but I did get one call from Herb. But through this process, I did not get a call. So I returned on the 30th, and they told me that on the 31st, they told me that they would need cash, and I would have to bring cash in because they charge, it would be like another couple of $100 to use a card. So here's where I made my payment. And on the 14th, I hadn't heard anything back. So I was riding through, still didn't receive any calls. You can see on the call logs that there are no calls from this establishment. And so I was riding by and stopped, and they said, you know what? Yes, we have to get a transmission, and it should be in on the 16th. So yay, here we are. We're waiting. I haven't heard anything else. Still have received no calls from this business. I don't know what's going on there, why they won't return a call. But I just happen to be riding through every time, would stop in, and they would say, hey, we were getting ready to call you. So we're waiting on the transmission to come in on the 16th. And I haven't heard anything. So again, I stopped in on the 21st, I believe I stopped in
of June now. We're on the 21st of June. We're on the 20th of June. And they said, hey, yes, the vehicle's finished. You can pick it up. So I said, all right, I will. Why didn't anybody call me? Well, you were on the list to call. So again, I don't know what the problem is there, but they were waiting for me to, at this point, they're waiting for me to pick the vehicle up. So I went in to pick the vehicle up. And of course, again, you have to have cash or they're going to get you for I think it's 4 or 3 or 5% they charge if you use a card. So on June 21st, I went in to pick the vehicle up and returned on the 23rd because I had to bring cash. So there you go. I took the cash back and left with the vehicle. Went on about my business and ran my weekend, drove the vehicle. Very little. Here's my documents. This details everything. Has the warranty on it. You can stop and look. Has all my payments and the warranties and everything on it. And there's the reason that we have the van is for the children. It's actually their van. So Monday, I noticed some issues. The car's clunking. I thought, well, maybe, maybe that's normal for a brand new transmission. This is on the 26th. So I take the vehicle back and ask them to look at it. There's something seems to be wrong. There's some odd noises. Has some long shifts. There's something going on with it, and the light goes on. The check engine light comes on. So they send a mechanic out to pull the codes from the computer. And he went back in and bent his head down and whispered in the guy's ear. Now, I don't know why he would need to whisper anything about my vehicle. I'm dumbfounded about that. What is he whispering about? And he said, yeah, the transmission's bad. We're going to have to get you another one. And you can just take it and bring it back. So I took the vehicle, didn't make it home, had to have it towed, and at this point,
hello, this is Charlene at Consumer Supported AMCO's home office, returning a call to Mark Jackson from your call on the Thursday the 29th. I can be reached at 267-464-1619. 267-464-1619 from 8:45 a.m. to 5:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Monday through Friday, with lunch from 12 to 1. We're closed tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, Mr. Jackson. It's Charlene at AMCO's home office. I spoke to her early this morning, right after I got off the phone with you, and he said he's been in contact with the supplier of the transmission and is waiting for their technician to call him back to confirm that they have enough information to request a replacement transmission. That shouldn't be a problem. It's just a matter of the technician getting back to them so that they can, get the progress moving further. I'm going to call her back at about 10 or 10:30 tomorrow morning. So I suggest you give me a call back if you haven't heard from me by 11 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.
First off, let me say that Charlene is probably one of the most professional people that I've ever worked with on something like this. She probably has a very different opinion of me, but I will say that through all of this, if she told me that she was going to call, she called me. If she told me that she was going to check on something, she did. She seems like a very thorough and very good employee they have there. So none of this is meant bad on her, and she was always courteous to me. So I want to make sure that nothing bad is said about her. Except she would not ask to have the transmission expedited. I don't understand why she wouldn't do that. They blatantly put a bad transmission in. It was absolutely a bad transmission from a supplier that they don't get along with, I guess. So she gave me his number, Quinn Callahan. Evidently that's her boss. I sent him emails and I left messages on his phone, and he has yet to call me back. So that's why we're here today. That's why this video is being made, to tell you how these warranties work. You really don't have a warranty. The warranty is with the transmission. And since you didn't buy the transmission, you don't even get to talk to the supplier. You don't even know what they're telling the supplier. And evidently they have a bad relationship with this vendor because the transmission only lasted between 85 and 90 miles. It was a bad transmission, and they should have expedited a new one out. You would think that this company does enough business with this vendor that they would want to do good and do right by their customers, but they don't. They argue with them the whole way. They are still arguing about my transmission. Still arguing about my transmission. They're saying they're going to have one on the 24th, but no decision has been made yet. So that the whole thing that I'm trying to tell you, the whole purpose of this video is that your warranty doesn't mean a whole lot. I don't know that it means anything, because if you buy the transmission from their supplier, I didn't buy it, they bought it. But they don't have a good enough relationship with their vendors to be able to get expedited treatment when they have a terrible product. And I couldn't believe that their corporate level would not ask their vendor to expedite a transmission in a situation like this. So that's the whole purpose of the video, is to let you know that here I am. They have my van. They have my money. I don't have a leg to stand on. They can do it whenever they want to do it and not do it, because I have nothing. I have no recourse here. They have all the chips now. And I don't even get to talk to the vendor of the transmission. So that's what you need to keep in mind. And that's why everybody needs to know how these warranties really work, because you don't have a warranty. You paid somebody to put it in, and they bought the transmission, and you don't even get to talk to the vendor. I don't know what they told the vendor. I have no idea. They were dishonest with me through. Herb would tell me one thing, and I think he would tell her another thing. So we had different stories going through here. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but that's where we're at now. This is my experience. I hope you learn from it. I hope I keep you from experiencing this same, it's a nightmare. They have my vehicle basically held hostage. They have my money. They have they have all the chips. So here's where we're at. And we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. So I wish you better luck. Maybe you will look into other companies' warranties and learn through my experience. And that's going to do it for this video. I don't have any more information. That's where I'm at. I don't even have a vehicle. So remember, they may do it another way, but that's the way I do it. We'll see you next time.